Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to I'm not sure what this is, to be honest. This is just a video that I'm making because I felt like making a video. Because apparently I haven't done one in a week. So yeah, that and just the utter just disappointment at the fact that I only got 18 views and probably my most like not content heavy, but my most like just blockbuster epicness video. I talked about Friday the 13th, Red Dead, Spider-Man, just all that kind of stuff. But I guess I don't know. Like the reason why I think the main reason why I got 100 views on that Batman Gotham Knight thing was because I posted it on legit every like Facebook group that was in that talked about video games and Batman. So yeah, I think this is just gonna be a Gametroller podcast. But hey, so I'm really not sure what to talk about. Like I had sort of what I wanted to do in mind, but hey. So, anyways, first video of May. Um, May it's not gonna be the best month. I think like around June, July, well late June, July and August will be sort of my content heavy sort of months because like this month, including like right now, I'm supposed to be doing this massive assignment. It's called like History of the Arts. Is a French thing where you have to talk about a certain piece of art and just talk about it and do research on it. Most of these things are already pre-done by the teachers and stuff, but you're supposed to do it on your computer and have the special presentation and be able to do the thing without reading it off a paper and just memorize the whole thing like it's a freaking poem, which is also a French thing. I'm not sure if Americans or English people have to do that. Hell, I don't even know if I don't even know if Guadeloupe does that. Anyways, I'm not sure if in France does that, but anyway. So yeah, um, so yeah, but I had this one video plan, and you can tell how long ago I had this video plan. Many a true nerd, who's like this British YouTuber who's friends with Nerd Cubed. I, of course, just I learned about him via a guy telling me on Facebook about him because I was just dying for a proper Fallout 4 walkthrough that actually showed me stuff and wasn't just like cut, skip, edit, cut. Because that's pretty much how most big time YouTubers do it. They just edit everything out. Like I really like long, well not unedited things, but long, massive things. I mean, the only time I like unedited things if they're like NerdCube plays or whatever, which is just like a comic thing. I don't even know what you call it, just a let's play. At the same time, not a let's play. But I just don't like edited things. I don't know. Like the only reason why I edit stuff in my videos, I don't even edit my own videos. That's pretty. Well, I edit my own videos, but I don't actually edit them because they don't actually need to be edited. Like I don't just cut out random bits of the video where I talk just because I yeah. Um, that I just like when things stay really long. Okay, a quick cut. Yeah. So so what was I talking about? I'm talking about long videos and stuff like that. I just like staying there and just watching something for a really long time. Like, I don't know, I don't like short movies and that kind of stuff. Music, after a while, I just get bored. But like movies and stuff, if the plot and everything is interesting, I'll stay there through and through. So, yeah, and then I get disappointed. But, so, yeah, talking about that, I watch a bunch of anime. In fact, I recommend this anime if you haven't seen it. Parasite, the Maxim, whatever it's called. It's pretty much like a. I don't really know what you would call it. It's not. It's not. It's not that. No. So yeah. Okay, and a quick cut. So, what was I talking about? It's talking about anime. Yeah, Parasite the Maxim is a pretty cool anime. It's sort of an action drama. It's weird. You guys should just watch it. I don't really know what to classify it as, but it's definitely action in it. There's barely any comedy, if not any. I guess you could say romance. I'm not sure, but it's pretty much like this alien parasite things infect people and turn them into some kind of killing machine that have like knives. They can just make knives just from muscle. Pretty much they do. I saw it as a character. That's sort of like the T-1000, I guess. I don't know. There's definitely another character that does that, but I'm not entirely sure. It's like a superhero character that does that. Not Wolverine. Like it actually turns muscle or just its parts into blades, just any kind of blade. Oh yeah, it's the guy from One Piece. Das Bones, that guy. That's an actual person. I'm not lying. I'm not lying. Why would I lie about a guy called Das Bones? That's probably the most Jamaican word I've ever said in my entire life. So talking about videos. So yeah, I was talking about Man a True Nerd. How he uploads massive long videos, like hour long sort of videos, like, and they're edited, but it's not like he edits out bad things. I wish he wouldn't edit out like tricks and stuff. Because, to be honest, I would just like to see the game map at some point. I don't really care about action or talking or whatever. And plus, it just talk all the time. Only boring people just can't talk for a really long time. So, I guess that's me. So, I was talking about that. I was talking about long videos. Um, I'm actually planning to change my theme. Well, my theme. My outro, because the intro is gonna stay like this for a long time. Like I spent probably 20 minutes. No, I'm not. I'm kidding. Kidding, of course. Um, 10 minutes making that 30-second intro you see there. It mainly was just like going on Paint, like pressing Control I that inverts the colors to its like opposite color. I don't really know what you call an opposite color. Um, like if it's blue, it turns into orange. If it's like clear blue, it turns into red, and like yeah, and vice versa. And if it's white, it turns into black, obviously. So because you wouldn't really call like red a darker version of blue, but hey, so what would green be then? I don't think green would be yellow. Hmm. Or brown. I think it would be brown. No, it's purple. It's purple. It's the Joker mobile. Not to be confused with Pope mobile. Um, and I really want to see a Pope mobile. Why? Why? Arkham Knight has been out on PC for quite some time. I think it came out like a month after it came out on consoles. I think it came out at the same time on consoles. I'm not entirely sure. I'm pretty sure I'm confusing it coming out on consoles and it coming out on PC and it actually working on PCs. I think I'm confusing those two. But anyways, um so why was there no Pope Mobile thing? Just like the Batmobile but with a giant cross on top of it. Jeez. Imagine that driving down the streets of Gotham. Criminals would be like, "Oh dear, he's come for us." Oh man, we're definitely going to hell now. So yeah. Anyways, that would just be fantastic. Um, I'll talk about Arkham Knight in a second. But anyways, so I don't know. I just like longer videos and stuff. But anyways, I was talking originally about Many a true nerd. I got introduced to him, and I subscribed to him for about a month now, mainly just watching Fallout because basically that's all he has on his channel. I mean, he did some other gameplays back in the day, but to be honest, I only care about Fallout. Um, and fighting cowboys like The Witcher. I don't know where I'm gonna get those shows. Definitely not watching Kaylin do Dark Souls. Like, I don't know. And the amount of fail that goes on in his videos is just absolutely insane. But comedy. I guess I don't know. I really don't know why I watch him. I think it's because it's PG. I don't know. So it's mainly because it's PG, and he's probably one of the only Batman guys who just YouTubers in general who actually know about Batman lore and actual proper fans of both movies, comics, and stuff like that. I mean, I want to be in the comics, but around my area, it's basically impossible to get comics. And yeah. So, what was I talking about? So yeah, he did a video about Fallout. Obviously, it was. I keep on forgetting what it was called. Create, make, or play your own apocalypse. I can't remember what it was called. It was something your own apocalypse. It was a verb, your own apocalypse, but I'm not sure what it was. Basically, like it was this interactive sort of novel. It was an interactive novel that used the unlisted videos system on YouTube. Basically, you could make the main video, which is like the first chapter, the introduction or whatever, and then have like links in the description or just annotations on screen, linking you to a unlisted video. It's definitely not private, but an unlisted video where you can pretty much set, if you click on a certain like one, you pretty much have various choices. Like, and his thing was select like what faction you want to join, and decisions like if you want to fight this person or not, or just sneak away and stuff like that. It was really cool. It was really cool, and I had my own idea for it. Of course, keeping on the Batman topic, it was called Batman. It was called Gotham Underworld or something like that. I'm not sure. Basically, you like controlled, I guess, a just a guy that turns to a life of crime after things go bad, and you pretty much go from just not even being a criminal to being like the crime boss of the entire city, and like having Batman fear you or whatever. I think it would be a cool concept. I mean, they did Batman Arkham Underworld. Well, I say they did. They were supposed to do Batman Arkham Underworld. It was like this. It's basically Clash of Clans, but in the Arkhamverse, and I don't think it was multiplayer. Clash of Clans, I believe, was multiplayer too, though. I think it is, yeah. So I think it was just like Clash of Clans, but in the Arkhamverse, and that would have been cool. But apparently, it's supposed to come out like late last year. Never came out. We're in May now. Like 1 month away from being halfway through the year. No word of it. I mean, to be honest, I would have liked. I mean, talking about that, May 25th. Hey, April 25th. I think I mentioned this before. I'll say it again. April 25th was just like the anniversary of Jason Todd, I think, or the Joker, or Arkham Asylum. Like the actual Arkham Asylum in the comics was like conceived, whatever. Something weird. I think it was Joker's anniversary, like the introduction of Joker in the comic books. I wouldn't know why they would have that in the Batman, just have that randomly written down in Wayne Manor, but I have no clue. I really have no clue. Um, but that was it. It wasn't about the actual Arkham games. It wasn't talking about anything. I also forgot to mention Batman Arkham Underworld would have been one of those things that they could have announced, but they didn't. So, yeah, but I think I mentioned this previously. There's supposed to be an Arkham game that was supposed to come out at some point in the year. Not come out in a year, but they were supposedly gonna talk about it at E3. But Yeah, I think it was like the sequel of Arkham Origins or something. I'm not sure. Um, no, it was Rocksteady's next game that we're gonna talk about at E3. I made a whole video on that as well, I believe. No, I just talked about what they could do, what they could announce, and that sort of encompasses that. But um, so yeah, it was a pretty cool concept. I like if you go and watch that video. That was I think 2 or 3 weeks ago. At this point, I'm not sure. I think it was actually not WrestleMania night, like the week after WrestleMania night or something. It was at some point that it was on a Sunday. I definitely know it was on a Sunday, but um, hmm, can't really remember now. We'll come back to that eventually, but yeah, so pretty much tomorrow and Friday I don't have school because tomorrow's Cinco de Mayo, and I don't really know why they don't have school on Friday. Guess it's just because we need a well-deserved vacation. Because the next couple of weeks, in fact, just the next month and a half, it's just gonna be complete, just like craziness. Like starting from next week. Well, starting from today, technically. Because, as I said earlier, I have this massive assignment that I have to do. And not only that, but I also have, like. I live in a French country, by the way. There's the diploma it's called the DNB. It's the National Brevet Diploma in English, technically. And it's pretty much like the middle school diploma that you need in order to enter high school, and high school has its own diploma, and then after high school is just college. But yeah, so I really just I really feign away from talking about where I live because you never know when terrorists might be listening in. You never know. Um, dear. I really, I just, yeah. Man. Like, that's actually, like, the worst thing ever. Like, I really don't know. Stupid humans with their problems, man. This is why I liked, uh, what was his name again? Miggy? In Parasite. It was just, Parasite. It really just didn't care. Uh, and was just not human. And obviously, humans just cause a ton of problems, like, you know, ap- apartheid, apartheid, whatever you call it, Nazi, terrorism, all this kind of stuff, it's all humans' fault. That's basically it. And just like it would be a part of our history for just our stupidity. So, yeah, yeah. At least Nazism and terrorism gave us some good games. That's basically all the good they did. Gave us good games where we got to pretty much just shoot. That's basically all it is. Um, so Counter Strike, Battlefield, all that kind of stuff wouldn't exist if it weren't for Al Qaeda and Hitler. You know, yeah, Obama. I love how technically you can make a link between the WrestleMania 27 theme and Osama bin Laden because of Barack Obama. Like you will understand if you actually listen to the song. Um, but yeah, what was I talking about? I was talking about Batman, Rocksteady game. But I really don't know what game they might do. Green Arrow is really hot now. Like everybody knows about Green Arrow. Everybody likes Green Arrow, so they might do a Green Arrow game. Um, I don't know. Green, like some characters, I don't know. I'm just not well versed in the lore or whatever. But some characters just, I don't know. They just don't have a rogues gallery, and thus I feel like just can't have a game. I don't know. Like Deathstroke, technically he has a rogue gallery, but they're Batman, Nightwing, Justice League, Teen Titans. That's sort of the extent of his rogues gallery, and pretty much just anybody that they hired him to kill. And like, show me what it would be cool. Like, imagine a Deathstroke game with Witcher combat, but no monsters to fight. I just I don't know. I really just don't know. But yeah, I really don't know if a Deathstroke game would really work. I don't know. Anyway, playing as Deathstroke it would be a cool thing, just being able to play as Deathstroke in a game. But actually have a story element to it, I don't know. I really don't feel that will work. I mean, villains, just, I don't feel like they need to have a game dedicated after them. I don't know. But still, a Deathstroke game would be cool. But yeah. Telltale Batman, also a thing. I think it was like a thing about it at PAX, but I'm not sure what it was. I'm pretty sure they talked about it at PAX, but I'm not sure. Um, the hot thing now is VR. So I mean, yeah, VR. Everybody loves VR, right? Um, I really don't know. I mean, to be honest, I really just many things are pushing me away from VR, and they're probably really stupid things. First off, I really just don't want to be blind, or see a bright light in my eyes literally every second because I had just had a thing in my eye that like right in front of my eye, just shoving light into it. Like I don't want to be blinded, basically. And second reason, of course, is I don't want Sword Art Online to happen. Because at some point, there's probably somebody who out there who's probably smart enough and probably a big fan of Sword Art Online to be capable of doing such a thing. I will never play VR because of that. Mainly because of that. Uh-huh. Uh, it's just an anime heavy. Have I mentioned WWE? I don't know. Those are just my three big things now. Just anime, Batman, and WWE. Like I just most video games too. But yeah. Um, what else do I want to talk about? I mean, so yeah, some of my projects for the channel in the future. So that of course the Gotham and Underworld like interactive thing novel is one of my plans. I barely have continued it because I don't know. I just had a ton of like school work and just really just was bored afterwards. So I had to like entertain myself and yeah, and I can't even use like the next 2 days as just like just a time to like rest and make videos and do work and like not proper work, but work that I would actually enjoy if it were not for me just being absolutely bored and just like disgusted by school. Because I don't know if I've already told you this. I'm not exactly I'm not humans are not my favorite thing. I'll just say that. Like I don't even want to stay inside the house because parents are here and they're humans. I don't like humans. Problems with humans, man. Like gosh, everybody is just annoying. Everything is annoying. Tell me if you've never went through that phase in your life where you just hated everybody. I know, you probably think I'm really emo. I'm not. I'm exactly like this and even more. So, yeah. Um, big time. So, basically, the only reason why I'm actually into humans today, is because of big time. Like when I woke up this morning, I just went on my phone, played Big Time by Peter Gabriel on my phone, and just jammed out, and I was happy, and yeah, it was just ringing in my ears. And then I went to Spanish class, and the teacher got just pissed at me for absolutely no reason. Absolutely no reason. So, then again, she got mad at another girl in the class who also happened to be black. So I mean, I don't know what that's about, but hey. So yeah, and also best thing in school today, like legit the best thing. The reason why I'm just such in a good mood right now, like just after me getting like roasted by the teacher, in like right in front of me, the table right in front of me. It's like a four, like it's two tables that placed together like parallel, basically, and there's just a a couple of them scattered around the class and stuff like that. So pretty much the like quad group or whatever, I don't really know, the quadrant next to me. There was like this kid who I'm not sure if he was the actual one who was causing the problems, but you know, I don't know. Uh, Apparently he stunk like terribly. Stinked. I don't know. He just smelled really bad apparently, and so the guy who's sitting right next to him was just like, just pushed his chair like off of the table, like he didn't wasn't actually on the table at all. He was just like on the side, like in the corner of the table, and he put his legs on the guy's like chair legs and just like, you know, don't don't come near me. And just like come like doing he would just every like 5 seconds, and like he just and he I literally passed out during that, man. I swear, like, I really wasn't listening to what the teacher was saying. That was like probably more interesting and more like educational than what the teacher was saying. Like, I'm not kidding. That actually happened. And then like the guy let it go his leg for like 1 second, and then the guy started like backing up, reversing, and getting on, like, just getting closer to the middle of the table and stuff. And then the guy who was opposite them. I'll say it like this. Basically, you have a table, right? You have a table. Number one is in the top right corner. Number two, who's the smelly guy, is in the top left corner. Number three is in the bottom right corner, and number four is in the bottom left corner. Number four happens to be gay. I'm just gonna put that out. Then I think there's approximately two people in my class who are gay, but I'm not entirely sure. Uh, if you happen to see my earlier videos, you know what I feel about that. So number two is the smelly one. Number one is the guy who's like barely on the table because he doesn't like the scent. And you know, right next to number two. By the way, no puns intended by the fact that the guy was called number two. And then number three. When number two started getting into the middle of the table, and so like, I just was reversing because he was getting pretty much pushed out of the area. Like number three, just like I'm done, and just like just went on the table, just like face first on the table, just because of the overload of his nose. It's funny, but you would like I would have to do illustrations, which I'm not good at whatsoever. But I think you can understand where I'm coming from here. Basically, number two smelled, and just everybody was dying. And me on my table was right next to him. I wasn't smelling anything. I think my sense of smell is broken. And like the guy who was right next to me was just like dying, man. Then like the guy who was right behind the guy who was smelling. The guy next to me asked him, how are you doing?" The guy said in French, but I'll translate it in English. "Yo, I'm dying over here, man. The guy stinks." Guy turns around, sees him saying the word "stinks," and I, I'm just like, I'm done. I'm done. Like, I just ejected out of my seat. Just complete laughter. Oh my gosh. And the best part is I was actually focusing on what the teacher was saying. In reality, I was actually focusing on what the teacher was saying and what was going on in the class. But come on. The amount of stuff that was going on there was just so much for me, man. Oh dear, man. Oh dear. You probably have no idea what I'm talking about, but you just had to be there, man. You just had to be there. It was amazing. Probably the best class, best yeah, just the best class I've ever been in for the past, I don't know, couple months. Um, I really don't know. Anyways, by the way, Spanish teacher was talking about grandmothers who were trying to find their children who were kidnapped by dictators back in the 70s. Just FYI. And, it's still going on. And pretty much that was just all they said, like nothing else. And it was in Spanish. So, I mean, I really I don't even know anymore. Like, how on earth is that educational in any way? I really don't care about humans. Stop telling me about humans and their idiocy. Come on, man. Like, there was enough idiocy going on right in front of me for you to. Yeah, I hate my Spanish class. Classes I hate: Latin class, semi hate physics and biology class. Um, uh, IT class because I barely do anything. Uh, okay, let me talk about the classes that I do like. Music class, history class. That's all. That's all. I swear that is all. History and geography and music. Just the only classes that I like. Everything else, the teachers were just absolutely terrible. Just always getting mad, or just super boring, and or just have like the least uninteresting like subjects to talk about. Just like, good grief, man, good grief. Or they just don't do it well, or I just don't like the person because they're really mean, or just annoying in every single way, and every single definition of the word annoying. Um, yeah, that's how school is. And then the actual class is just terrible. Meanwhile, my mom is just like roasting me in the other room to my sister or whatever. I don't even know who. Um, about how terrible of a kid I am. As I said, don't like humans, so whatever, man, whatever. I really am at that emo phase where I just, yeah. I mean, I'm not goth, but I just, yeah, yeah. I mean, just like, seriously, she's not stopping. Like, just, I'm that bad. She doesn't even, can't even put a full stop in the sentence. She just continues the sentence. So bad I am. I'm, I'm not sure. Uh, what was I talking about? I'm already like half an hour into this video, man, and probably like 10 minutes of it was, oh my goodness, battery charge is 15%. Okay, well, I guess I'm gonna have to end the video here. I'm not entirely sure. I'm not entirely sure, but yeah, that was sort of my for. Also, may the fourth be with you. If you're a Star Wars fan. If you're not a Star Wars fan, then I really just don't care. I'm sorry for being so like anti-person today. I just really just yeah, I'm not into people right now. Not at all. Just like I'm trying to watch some Terraformer, but I mean, just like sometimes anime can just get really boring and uninteresting. I'm just like, kill me now, and then it gets interesting. I'm just like, continue forever. So yeah, but too much of a good thing is a bad thing, and too much of a bad thing is just really a bad thing. So too much of veggies and antibiotics are just you could die from too much of those. They're so bad. But anyways, I'll end the video here. I'll probably do another podcast at some point, but that's sort of the end of this podcast because I don't know. Like once it goes to 15%, it's just like boop, just like it pretty much just goes straight up, just like straight line. So yeah, I don't really know what I'm doing. May is probably gonna be a really uneventful month, but I really don't know what I'm gonna do. Tomorrow, Friday, and the weekend, and most likely Monday will just be sacrificed to me doing homework and just. I really don't want to. Really don't like school. I really don't like people. I don't know, man. I don't know. Seriously, is that just a phase I'm in, or is just life and people just that bad? And just like back in the day, it was even worse, but now it's just, now I'm just like I don't even, man. I just want to sleep whole day, just so I can just not be around people, or at least don't be conscious around them because I just get annoyed. So yeah, like, comment, and subscribe. See you in next video. So yeah, bye.